You know that moment, right? You open the front door and there they are, looking up at you. It's a scene every cat owner treasures, and it feels pretty simple. My cat missed me. But what if I told you that simple greeting is actually one of the most complex, high-stakes conversations your cat has all day? And chances are we're missing most of what they're really trying to say.
So, when your cat runs up to you at the door, do you actually know what's going on in that little head of theirs? Because I'm going to let you in on a secret. It is so much more than just a simple hello.
Yeah, most of us just file it under, hello, I missed you. But in reality, your cat is handing you a detailed emotional status report and kicking off a super important conversation. So let's dive in and start decoding what they're actually trying to tell you.
Okay, so first things first. That greeting, it isn't just about their feelings, it's about yours. Your cat is literally reading your emotional state the second you walk through that door, way before you've even said a single word.
And look, this isn't just some fuzzy feel-good idea. This is science. A study published in the journal Animal Cognition found that cats can absolutely tell the difference between human emotional expressions. They know if you've had a rough day just by the look on your face, and they'll actually change their own behavior based on the vibes you're giving off.
And how they react can go a couple of different ways. If you come home all tense and stressed out, some cats might actually keep their distance. It's not because they don't care, it's because they're being cautious. But others will do the total opposite. They'll come right up to you, almost as if they're checking in to see if you're okay. Either way, trust me, they're paying very close attention.
All right, let's move on to our second point, actually decoding your cat's message. Because, sometimes that hello isn't a hello at all. Sometimes it's a complaint.
Have you ever gotten the escort greeting? You know the one. Your cat meets you at the door, but then immediately turns and starts leading you somewhere, like to the kitchen or the litter box. They'll even stop and look back at you just to make sure you're still following. Yeah, that's not just affection. That's a cat on a mission. They're telling you, finally, you're back. Now come fix this.
And it's not just about how they move either. It's the sounds they make. A study from the University of Sussex discovered that cats have actually developed a special kind of cry. They mix a purr with a high-frequency meow, and it sounds eerily like a human baby's cry. And they use it specifically to get us to respond faster. Yeah, they literally figured out how to hack our brains.
Okay, get ready for this one. Because our third point is, for me, just mind-blowing. We need to talk about the language of scent and how your cat is essentially rewriting your identity every single time you come home. You know that classic move where they rub their head and their cheeks all over your legs? Well, that has a name. It's called bunting. Cats have these little scent glands on their cheeks and forehead, and when they press against you, they are deliberately marking you up with their own personal pheromones, basically reclaiming you as part of their world. So, here's the crucial part. You've been out all day collecting all the smells of the outside world. Other places, other people, maybe even other animals. To your cat, you come home smelling like a complete stranger. That rub isn't just a cuddle, it's their way of erasing all those foreign scents and making you smell like home again.
This brings us to point 4, and it's a little bit heartbreaking, honestly. We're talking about the anxious countdown. See, that greeting at the door? Oh, it was no surprise. Your cat has been waiting for you, and they know your schedule, sometimes down to the very minute.
For starters, their hearing is just off the charts. A cat can hear frequencies all the way up to 64,000 hertz. To put that in perspective, that is almost double the range of a dog's hearing. They've memorized the specific sound of your car pulling up, the unique jingle of your keys. They heard you coming long before you ever reached the door.
And it's all tied into their incredibly precise internal clock. Researchers at the University of Liverpool actually found that cats show a spike in activity right before their owner's usual arrival time. They're literally counting down. So if you're late, that greeting you get might feel a little more intense, and that's because they've been dealing with this low-level anxiety, wondering if their routine and their world has been broken.
So, with all this going on, how are we supposed to respond? Well, that brings us to point number 5, your 10-second window. This is how you get the greeting right.
10 seconds. That's it. That is the critical amount of time you have to acknowledge your cat and validate this entire complex ritual. If you just blow past them while checking your phone, they register that. And if it happens over and over, some cats just stop. They stop greeting you because they've learned the moment doesn't lead anywhere.
But hey, the good news is getting it right is so simple. First, crouch down to their level. Second, just slow your energy down. Don't be so rushed. Third, offer your hand and let them sniff you first.
And finally, just be present. Let them do their thing, let them rub against you. You don't have to make a big production out of it, you just have to acknowledge the moment.
And all of this, all of it, leads us to our final and most important point. Why does this whole ritual always happen at the door? The answer is simple. Because you are their safe place.
I mean, think about it for a second. Of all the places in your home, why do they choose the drafty, busy doorway to have this moment? Why not the comfy couch or the warm bed? Well, the answer comes from a psychological concept called a secure base. Think about how a toddler feels when a parent walks back into the room. Their whole body just relaxes. For your cat, your presence provides that same sense of safety. It literally lowers their stress and allows their nervous system to calm down. You are their secure base.
And the door is the single most vulnerable spot in your cat's entire territory. It's the one place where the safe, known world of home meets the unpredictable, unknown world outside. They wait for you there because your arrival transforms that point of potential threat into a place of ultimate security.
So the next time you open that door and see your cat waiting, remember this. That's not a habit. That's your cat telling you, in the only way they know how, that you are their calm in a world they don't fully trust. And they have been waiting all day just to feel that again.